All right, good morning, guys. Happy Thursday, March 6th. For those of you in my room, I do have a quick doctor's appointment this morning, so I will not be on the mic for the open, but I will be back with you for our 11:30 session. Pre-market action is down, QQQ down 1.4, Nvidia down about 3%, SMH down 3, Apple down 1, Tesla down 2.5, TSM down 3, Amazon down 1.5, Broadcom down 4.5. So I think at this point, guys, I've got to make an adjustment in my own trading, and that adjustment is going from a swing trading approach to strictly a day trading approach. And when you look at the weekly chart here for the QQQ, I do think they're still trying to shape it up for a good swing trade move, which I think will eventually come from that brand new weekly squeeze. They take out support, squeeze fire short. That could be QQQ down to 460, 450. And for the most part, that'd be a much easier move to swing trade. If they can pop it, rebuild, and then take it higher, they fire the squeeze long. That could be good for a push into 550, 560. So again, I do think at some point down the road, we should get a nice explosive swing trade move off the back of that weekly squeeze. I don't think you're going to get that explosive swing trade move under your 21 EMA and above your 50. So the green box here, until we can break decisively out of the green box, I think it's a day trade range. Wake up in cash, wake up with your peace of mind intact, no overnight stress, no biases, take whatever the market has to offer. And when you get into a choppier, more volatile, range-bound market, you get those crazy intraday swings. QQQ up 1%, down 1%, up 2, down 3. Not easy to swing trade that kind of back and forth. If you day trade it, really good opportunity. So for the QQQ, that'll be my overall game plan. In that green box, more so a day trade focus. If they can finally get it out of that green box, then we think more about a swing trade based on that weekly squeeze. I think you take the S&P 500 and look at it through a pretty similar lens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks down the road, they could go on ahead and kick off a nice swing trade, or a good swing trade move from this weekly squeeze. Under the 50 SMA that can fire short, that can take the market down to about 5,400. They break it out, fire the squeeze long, that could take you into about 63 to 6,400. And despite the pullback, despite all the ugly back and forth, it's not a bad looking weekly. It actually still leans bullish. 8 points out of 15, neutral trend, bull structure, bear momentum. The kind of thing I would like to buy for a swing on a good close back above that 21 EMA. They can't do that. They take it lower, take out the 50. Then I'm thinking much more swing short. In between the two, I got to think more day trade. So that'll be the range here on the S&Ps. Above that 5650, below that 5950. Day trade only. Below the 50, above that 21, then we talk more about a swing trade approach. So the key for today, I think, will be, one, can the bulls fight the good fight and hold that 200 SMA? I don't think anything good happens below that. If they can hold it, it's only one part of the puzzle here. Right? One thing to pull back into big support, one thing to hold big support, another thing to do that, and then get buy triggers. We haven't gotten any good buy triggers here. You've had a couple of 5-minute QQQ buy signals, maybe a 15-minute. If you look at the 30-minute QQQ, the pop from 488 into 502 leaves you with a negative 2 out of 15. So yeah, they pull back into support, they pop it. You're not left with a bullish 30-minute time frame. You don't have a bullish hourly time frame. You don't have a bullish 15-minute time frame. Frankly, nothing from the ground up about the QQQ is bullish at that 200 SMA. If they can do that, then I think you have a long. Ideally, I think long for a day trade. They can't do that. Look for a flush back towards the lows, below the lows. I think it all gets a bit uglier. Pre-market action here for Nvidia. Again, down about 3% into the open. I don't think if you're bullish on the market, I don't think you want to get Nvidia much back below that 113, 110. And if they can hold that 113, they could try to work that short squeeze idea. Take out the low, take out support, pop it back above, rope in a bunch of shorts, and then if NVIDIA could get 15-minute, 30-minute hourly buy signals, you maybe come in, try to call for a pop. 30-minute NVIDIA, a score of -4. Hourly NVIDIA, a score of -12. They might hold their low. No buy trigger for a pop here. From that, we can jump over to Tesla, down about 2.5% in the pre-market. And hey, if Tesla could get back above 280 and get some good buy signals, they could pop it all the way back into 300, maybe a bit higher. Based on most measurements, it is pretty oversold here. But right now, you're below 280, and you don't have a bullish hourly. You don't have a bullish 30-minute. You don't have a bullish 15-minute. Nothing from the ground up is bullish about Tesla. You're not going to get a big rally in Tesla until that can happen. Same could be said for Apple. Now, Apple, I'd love to buy Apple back above, call it 240-ish. But right now you're below 240, and even if Apple gets back above 240, do I get the right kind of buy trigger? Close, but no cigar there on that previous pop. But all right, y'all, plain and simple, I think we're in a day trade market until the QQQ and S&Ps can either A, close back above their weekly 21 EMAs, then you take it day by day, maybe look for a swing trade off that weekly squeeze for a push higher. Or until we break the weekly 50, then you come in there, take it day by day, look for a swing entry for a short. Until one or the other happens, I think I want to shift more to a day trade focus. Look at my hourly chart the same way I would look at my daily time frame, look at my 15-minute the way I would watch the hourly. To day trade, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't need different indicators, different tools, all the above. You do what you would usually do on a weekly or a daily time frame, down on a 1 hour, 30-minute, 15, or a 5. But alright, y'all, I am off to the doctors, so as always, thank you for watching. Hope you found that helpful. My number one goal right now for me and for all of you, we got to keep our head above water. By nature, at heart, I'm a swing trader. And when I've got the QQQ in a big weekly squeeze, a big 3-day squeeze, a big 2-day squeeze, when I have names like NVIDIA, also in a big 2-day squeeze, 3-day squeeze, weekly squeeze, a lot more where that came from. When these kinds of things are setting up in the background, I know from experience we could be a couple of days, couple of weeks around the corner from really good swing trading action. I love nothing more than to swing trade daily, 2-day, weekly squeezes. When they're going through that build up the energy phase, the squeezes are squeezing, it's not easy swing trading action. Day trade it while they build up the energy. Wake up in cash, freedom to get long, get short, and then when the squeezes get a bit more developed, better alignment, better signals, then put the swing trading cap back on. All right, y'all, thank you again. Off to the doctors I go. Everybody in my room, I'll be on the mic with you at 11:30 a.m. Central, and I'll catch you then. Adios.